What's up, y'all? Let me see if I can play y'all some music real quick as we wait for people to come in. I'm sorry that I'm late today. I am testing something out. Hopefully, this works to see if I can start posting my lives and everything that's on like Spotify and everything. So we're gonna try to see if this thing work. I'm excited though. So hopefully it do. Let me play some music for y'all real quick though. Hopefully it plays because this is connected to my other phone. And by the way, if I do get the music to play, Instagram, I don't own the rights to this music. So please don't take it down. Please and thank you. Ooh, that's loud. I just need something to play. But I'm about to put on some jazz or something. This be my stuff. As we wait for people to show up. I may be trying to do too many things at once, so we're gonna go ahead and let that play. And I'm scared it's not gonna play. It's okay. I'm gonna just wait for more people to join, and then I'm gonna just have to stop the music. It's gonna be a little quiet, and then we'll go from there. But it's gonna be good. Hey, Auntie. How are you? How was your day? I normally start at like 8:05, but today I'm gonna start a little bit later, just because. Oh, I want to give everybody a chance to come in. How was everybody's day? As I'm waiting for people to join in, I'll tell y'all a little bit about my day. Today started my new shift, the new shift bid, and this goes until February of next year. And I can honestly say that extra hour at work is real steep. Real steep. Because I can't do it. I cannot do the extra hour. It's about to be a struggle for me for the next few months, because that extra hour at work, I'll be ready to go at 5. So trying to stay until 6, child, ridiculous. We got another minute, or about another minute until the song is over, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start with today's topic. How are you, Anika? Thank you for joining. Y'all, send this live to everybody that you know. Your aunties, your uncles, your dad, your dog, your cousin from another mother, best friend, everybody. Hello. Now, once the song go off, I already said this, I'm gonna have to stop the music because I'm trying to record at the same time. So we're gonna have to stop it, but it's okay. I'm gonna add music and stuff later. I just need to get a little bit more equipment. But yeah, y'all fave 22. Is that shares? Hello, thank you for joining. And if I didn't get to wave to y'all, hello. Go ahead and pause this music, and we gon' let me hold on one second. Where is it at? The app is installing. Podcasters, Spotify, podcasters. I don't know. Oh well. Are we live? Oh, we are live, y'all, on this app too. So let me go ahead and start. So, hello and welcome to Prime TV. For those who don't know, my name is Kyle. My Instagram name is my real name, which is Kyle. So for those who don't know how to pronounce it, it is Kyle. And welcome to Prime TV. Today's topic, we are going to be talking about trusting the process. Originally, I know I talk a lot about like my healing journey and things that I'm going through in life a lot on here because life be life and we all human and we all enjoying this human experience while we're here until we are being sent back home with our Father. And so recently, this was like, Anika, what day did we do Bible study? I think it was like Friday or Saturday. Me and my sister, we did Bible study. Went to Applebee's, we got some food, and we had our Bibles, and we was, reading the Word. And one of the things that stuck out most to me was, basically, well, okay, let me go back a little bit. We're reading Jeremiah. So we read chapter 1 of Jeremiah. And one of the things that stuck out to me was the fact that God already had a plan for us and knew what we was going to do before we were even created. When I say created, I mean like before we were in our mother's womb. Okay, he already had a plan for us. He already knew, which route we were going to take, how hard things in life was going to be for us because, he already know. God is an all-knowing God, okay? And then on top of that, we discussed about how basically God tells us exactly what to say. He tells us exactly what moves to make. And despite everything else that's going on with us, we're going to have different people saying whatever they want to say about us. But at the end of the day, God has our back. And so that really brought me to the idea of trusting in God, because we don't actually, there's a lot of, for me, it's very hard for me to let go or to understand something if I can't grasp it, if I can't see it, if I can't feel it, if none of my senses are activated at the time. Like, it's very hard for me to understand and be like accepting of something. So a lot of the times when I am going through something or I'm trying to, even with my business, trying to, have my business take off and everything like that, I'm constantly thinking about the things that I have to do because I'm not trusting the process. I'm always scared about failing. That's one of the main things that I fear. Aside from spiders, because I'm terrified of spiders. But like the one thing that I honestly can say that I am afraid of besides spiders is the idea of failing myself, failing my family. That's a lot of pressure to take on as a human being, as one individual. So I'm constantly just thinking about where else or what else I have to do. And I don't actually believe, for lack of a better word, in myself. I shouldn't say I don't believe in myself, because I do. It's just I'm constantly thinking about what else I have to do. So we read that, and then on top of that, I was invited to go to this networking, event in Detroit. So with that event, I honestly was like, I'm not about to go. It was raining outside, y'all. It was kind of dark. The energy was just not there for me. In order for me to actually do something, I have to mentally prepare myself. And yesterday just was not it. I wanted to sleep all day, for real. But my friend had got me the ticket, and I was like, I can't really waste this money, so let me go ahead and go. And when I tell y'all, I met so many amazing people while I was there. Okay, So many amazing people. So that was that. Let me go ahead and backtrack a little bit. So I've been talking about doing this podcast for years. I've been trying to do YouTube. I've been trying to just do, promote myself and find something that works for me in order for me to be able to help people and network with people the way that I wanted to. I've been trying to do YouTube and podcasting and everything else for years. Okay, 4 years. Hello, shares. Um, and so, back when I was younger and I was on YouTube, like, I was not consistent at all. When I say I wasn't consistent, like, I would post every 3 months. And you know how people or YouTubers, they come back and they do that whole, sorry I was gone for so long, but I'm back. I was posting them type of videos, like, literally every single time I posted a video. I'll be consistent for maybe like a couple weeks, and then it'll go back to, hey guys, I know I haven't been here in a while, but I'm back. And so I wasn't consistent there. I started trying to, like, do blogs. I wasn't consistent with that. Anything that I tried to do at the time, I just was not consistent in. A lot of things I was just like, I wouldn't have the patience to do, like, with the whole YouTube thing. I can make and I can record videos the whole entire time for days. The editing process was not for me at all. Okay. So I went through the whole YouTube thing. Even when I first started doing this, I wasn't on here every single Sunday. I've been more consistent recently, but I wasn't on here every single Sunday like I said that I was going to be. I wasn't holding myself accountable. Even when, before I started going live on here, I was already reaching out to people, because if y'all don't know, I follow a lot of people that have their own business, a lot of entrepreneurs. So I was reaching out to people, and this is like people that make music. So musicians, I was reaching out to dancers. I was reaching out to people that had clothing lines. I was reaching out to people who made food. I was reaching out to everybody, and I was asking everyone, like, oh yeah, like, I plan on going live on Instagram and interviewing people to, you know, get their name out there, and also to help myself. And people were actually interested in me. Like, when I say, I don't think I got one person that told me no, that they weren't interested in, but I had a whole bunch of people that was interested. And I would be like, okay, cool, like, we can set up an interview for this day, and then you know, we'll post it on YouTube or go live or whatever the case may be. And it just was not happening. Like, even though I had all the interest, everybody was down to do it, I was not mentally prepared myself. I say all that to, you know, fast forward, sorry, to where I am now. Back then, I was not mentally prepared for any of that. I would say, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. But I didn't actually put in the work to make sure that it happened. I went to this event. I connected with several people that have different business ideas or already have a business, have something established. And now I'm at the point where I'm about to, like, start actually, you know, renting out spaces so I can interview people, because as y'all know, I go live from Instagram. I go live on Instagram from my home. I ain't having everybody come to my house. Don't nobody need to know where I live. Don't nobody need to be here. That's too many energies for me. So I'm getting all that set up, but, you know, I'm actually putting in the work. I'm actually putting in the work, y'all, and I'm so excited, y'all. I am so excited. I don't think y'all even understand. And the reason why I'm like, I was thanking God this morning, because I literally almost did not go to that event yesterday. And something told me to go. Why can't we come for another one? Why can't we come for another one? What you mean, why we can't come for another one? First of all, I don't even know what y'all talking about in my comments. Cheers to Shred. What are y'all talking about? Let me backtrack though. Thank you, Auntie. Said congratulations. Anika said that's awesome. I need to start saying y'all screen names. Anika underscore Nika said that's awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But when I tell y'all I was in the room with some people with real businesses, like I met somebody who does real estate that made over $1 billion or made about $1 billion. I met another person that does real estate and he made over $1 million. Like when I tell y'all I'm making connections with people, I'm making connections with people and I am super excited about it. Y'all just don't understand. So you have to trust the process. A lot of times we, like I said in the beginning, we want something or we have a plan with something, we want to do something in our life. It doesn't even have to be with business. It could be something as easy as, going out and getting a car, which I am still struggling to do. But whatever the case may be, we get frustrated while we're in the moment or while we're working towards the goal because we are not actually at the goal. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves. Can we come one of these live things? Can we come one of these live things? Hold on. Are you asking if you can come on a live again? If that is the case, then yes, you can. I just gotta get a topic in mind. But yeah, if you want to, you can. But let me go back to what I was saying. So yeah, a lot of the times when we have a goal or we're doing something, we're making moves to something that we plan on doing, we don't enjoy the moments that we're in it because all we're focused on is the end goal, which isn't a bad thing. You should be focused on the end goal. In order to make things come together. But a lot of the times, at least I know for myself, I don't appreciate the present. I don't appreciate the moment that I'm in because I'm so focused on the end goal. So like the whole thing with trying to set people up for, the interviews. The whole time I'm just like, I gotta meet all these people. I gotta meet different entrepreneurs. I have to, actually set everything up. I have to create questions and all these things come into my mind. And when I have a lot of things on my plate, sometimes I tend to shut down because I get overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed with the idea of how much I have to do. I get overwhelmed because I feel like I don't always know where to start with things. I get overwhelmed because I do put a lot of pressure on myself to be perfect, even though I know I'm not perfect. And what I mean by that is that I am a little bit of a perfectionist. I'm a very particular about certain things. If I make a list, I have to do everything in order. And sometimes when you are going through a business or trying to complete a goal, you have to go out of order. You gotta, work with what you got. I can't always do that. But at the end of the day, you have to trust the process. You have to trust that you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. You're making the right decisions. And that a lot of that comes from praying. Now, I know a lot of people might be like, oh, this is a religious type of podcast or this is a religious live. It's not. But I believe in the Lord Christ as my Savior. I'm working on my relationship with God. If you know me, if y'all been to my live or watched my lives, y'all know I am working on my relationship with God. You have to have patience when you are going through a process because it's not always easy. It's not going to be as easy as 1, 2, 3, like Michael Jackson said. I'm sorry. It is not. Sometimes you're going to hit a lot of bumps in the road, especially with a human experience. This is a human experience that we're all going through. But you have to trust the process. You have to trust the process. I'll give y'all another example. for those who know, I'm going through a struggle with finding a car. My car has a bad transmission. And I've been driving with this bad car, or this car with a bad transmission, for at least a month and a half. I've been getting frustrated because I've been looking for a car, and I finally found a car that had everything that I was looking for. When I say everything I was looking for, I mean literally everything that I was looking for. The drivetrain was all-wheel drive. It was a smaller SUV. I was looking at the dash, and it goes pretty decent. It was like 140, 160, one of those. On top of that, it was fully loaded. The price wasn't that bad. It didn't have that many miles on it. And I'm like, I'm about to sign right now. But then they ran my credit. And they hit me with the monthly payments. And I was like, ooh, we probably not gonna go with this one. But when I tell you, sometimes I cry because I don't know what to do. I get frustrated. When I'm just like confused, and I don't know where to go or what to do. I've been having conversations though with God. Been having conversations with friends, family, literally anybody that is willing to listen to me about my whole car situation. And I think I came up with the solution finally. I don't think it is best for me to get another car right now. I'm just going to get my car fixed. However, what I'm saying is, during the process of all of this, and hopefully I can turn in my car after work tomorrow. But during this whole process, I've been getting frustrated because I'm just worried about getting another car, that I can't actually focus and calm down and think clearly about what I need to do. You have to trust the process. You have to trust the process. I know things are difficult, especially when you want things to happen right then and there, but you have to trust the process. Let me say hi, wave to y'all. Hello, thank you for joining. So as I'm continuing talking, I don't think I wave to these people. Trying to make sure I wave to everybody. I think I did. Let me back up for a little bit though. For the people that are just now joining, the topic of today is trusting the process. And that's for anything. Relationships, goals in life, family, relationships, getting a new pair of shoes, whatever the case is. Trust the process. Trust the process. So yeah, that was whole car situation. Trusting the process in that. Hey y'all. While I'm going through a little bit more examples and why I came up with this topic, please drop in the comments about a time that you had to trust the process. Or I guess actually what I really want to know is how y'all keep a level head when you are going through a process. Because for me, I am not the best at it. I can get overwhelmed pretty quickly when I have a lot of things on my plate, which is weird because I like to stay busy. Isn't that backwards? I like to stay busy because I've always done things when I was growing up. When I say always done, like I was always doing something. If I wasn't in sports, I was playing some type of instrument. When I wasn't playing instruments, I was doing some type of extracurricular. When I wasn't doing extracurricular, I was doing some type of volunteering work. Like I literally was always doing something. And I do tend to like to stay busy, but I just don't like feeling overwhelmed. I think I get overwhelmed when things aren't going my way because, like I said, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So if things don't go the way I see it in my mind, yeah, then I get overwhelmed fast. When I say fast, I mean fast. So Motion X Sam, how do you pronounce that? Motion. I think I already butchered it. It's like Motion XM. I don't know. Let me know how you pronounce that. But he said, praying is what helps me. Anika underscore Anika said, now trying to find a new job. It's hard, but I try to remember, walk by faith, not by sight. Definitely agree with that. That's one of the biggest things that I struggle with. Like I said, I'm very I have to figure out. I'm very like, what is the goal? What is the goal? Get to the goal. Get to the goal. And I don't actually trust the process. That's why that's today's topic, because I don't always trust the process. But definitely believing or walking by faith, not sight. That's also a part of trusting the process. Believing that God got you, and He got you. I hope this is like not hitting against my microphone, but we gonna see. I'm on the way as well too. That's not good because that will lead to negative self-talk. What would lead to negative self-talk? Sometimes I forget exactly what I said as soon as I said it, so it's just Cam with an X. Cam with an X though, like the X makes kind of like a S sound. So is it like motion scam? Sam? Why did I say scam? I did not mean scam. Motion Sam. Is that, how do you pronounce it? Is that like your actual name? Or like, is that what people call you? Let me know. But yeah, I definitely get overwhelmed super fast when things aren't going my way. And that's why one of the things that I'm working on is sorry, I see something and then I think I might have ADHD, to be honest. I don't even know. I know I lose focus sometimes fairly fast. But let me read the negative self-talk. Let me just read the comments. In terms of wanting to get to the end goal immediately, and if it doesn't happen quickly, for me at least, I overthink. Yeah, I don't. So with me, it's not necessarily that it has to happen quickly. It's just like when I don't see any type of progress. Like I understand, like, okay, example, like I said, I've been doing this, trying to do live or podcasting, YouTube, whatever. I've been trying to do it for years. And a lot of times I would just be like, oh, I just need equipment, or whatever the case is. I always made an excuse for why I can't consistently post videos and whatnot. But it's not necessarily the fact that I feel like a lot of people, when they're doing YouTube or whatever, they want a whole bunch of followers or whatnot. And for me, my goal isn't to get a whole bunch of followers. It's just to actually be consistent with it. So me coming to or going through the process of trying to be consistent on social media doesn't really bother me because it's not like immediate for me. The hard part is, or what I get frustrated with, is if I'm not, I guess it sounds kind of stupid, but not holding myself accountable. So like I'm supposed to be on here every Sunday at 8 o'clock. There's a few times that I miss being on live on Sunday at 8 o'clock, which reminds me, next week, Sunday, 8 o'clock. But yeah, I get frustrated when it's like, I know I'm supposed to go live every Sunday, and then the Sunday that I don't go live, I be extremely hard on myself. That makes sense. Because I want to go live on Sunday at 8 o'clock, every Sunday at 8 o'clock. And so it's more so like if things don't go exactly the way that I see it in my head. Like I'd be like, okay, well, I'm about to go to this event. This is just an example. This ain't what actually happened. But like, say I was like, I'm about to go to this networking event and I'm going to get at least 10 numbers. And then I end up getting an 8. I'll be frustrated at myself because I didn't get the extra 2. And that's not how I planned it. in my head. Or if I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna be extra sociable and I'm gonna be outgoing, and then like my social battery is just like, nah. You know, that's what I get frustrated at, when things don't go the way that I see it in my head. And that's why today's topic is trusting the process, because I tell you, like, I can't, if things don't go the way I see it in my head, I kind of just like crumble, and I get very hard on myself. Let me start waving to other people. I didn't say hi. What's up? Donnell, how are you? You did good yesterday. Thank you. I appreciate it. By the way, for those who don't know, if you do know, that's cool. But for those who don't know, Timothy Williams Jr. Zero, y'all should go follow him. He's an entrepreneur. I'm gonna put y'all on. I believe he does credit, if I'm remembering correctly. Credit. So go check him out if y'all need to repair y'all credit, which I need to repair mine. So I'm gonna be hitting you up in a little bit for that. Hi mom, how are you? So let me just quickly reiterate for those who are just now joining. Today's topic is trusting the process. So as I'm go ahead and I got you free of charge. Bet. And I'm gonna bring you some business too, because that's what we do. Fine. Wait. What was that comment? Mom, who are you saying fine to? I don't know. You see, I done lost my thought, my train of thought. It's okay though. We gonna get back on track. But anyways, yeah, trusting the process. Like I said, I tend to get very frustrated, flustered when things don't go my way. I'm really trying to let go and let God. You asked how she was. I did. That is hilarious. I don't even remember asking that. But that's cool. That's good that you're fine, Mom. How was your nail appointment? How'd that go? Um and what time is the gala? That's a whole nother separate conversation. But I want to know because I want to take pictures if I can. Um Going back though to today's topic. Hello, triple underscore FL. Triple underscore FL. I didn't go more tomorrow with your godmother. I didn't go more tomorrow with your godmother. I didn't go. So you're going tomorrow with godmom. Okay, got it. And Donnell, I'm good. How are you? I need help with my credit. There's a plug. I'll put his name in my description when I post this live, so y'all can go ahead and follow him. I did give him a shout out already. Y'all can probably scroll up if y'all see comments and follow him that way as well. But the name was, I believe it was Timothy Williams Jr. Zero. For those who are looking to get their credit fixed, so y'all can get that new car, so y'all can get that house. There you go. He's right there. So yeah, trusting the process, trusting the process, trusting the process. Don't overlook where you are right now. Okay? That's one thing I get, like I said, I get focused on the end goal. I don't appreciate my present. There was, even as of last year, I was hoping to get a new place. I was in an apartment where literally nothing worked. When I say nothing worked, and that had been since I moved in there. I stayed there for like about 6 to 9 months. And when I say nothing worked, I mean like the ceiling was leaking. I had a couple floods. The stove didn't work. The refrigerator was intermittently working. I didn't have any AC. No, I had AC at first when I like during the summer, but when the AC was on, it started leaking. So my floors would get wet. But I had to keep the AC on because when I turned the AC off, my apartment started smelling like mildew due to the flood. When I say this apartment, oh my gosh, the apartment was I can't even believe that I stayed there. You would think that I stayed in a trap house. No offense to people that do. But for me, it was just not it. So during that time, I'm just like, man, I really just need a 2-bedroom apartment that has a lot of space. I can finally get my office. I have places for all my shoes, my clothes. Hopefully I have a washer or an in-unit washer and dryer. Like, I was literally just like, I want this, and this. When I say I literally got everything that I wanted with this apartment, Lord Jesus, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I was struggling then. But that's what I mean. Make sure you save the video on your camera roll. I will. And side note, I'm recording the audio on this phone as well. So hopefully we get some things moving that way. And I can start posting my podcast on Spotify and all that. Hopefully we gonna see how this work. Gonna see how. But yeah, when I say during that time, it was definitely difficult. I did not know how I was gonna make it out with that. I was going to sleep cold in the wintertime because the heat wasn't working, and I was very frustrated. I was stressed. When I say stressed, I was stressed to the max. You could see it all over my face. I could feel the energy. Like, I was still trying to be positive at the time, but I was definitely stressed. So when I say trust the process, you gonna make it to that goal. Enjoy the moment that you're in. Appreciate the moment that you are in. But continue to work towards that goal or whatever you're doing, because you're going to get there. And definitely, if it's meant for you, it's going to be for you. And that's just that. If it's not meant for you, there's going to be a lot of trials and tribulations to show you that it's not meant for you. And you're going to know. You're going to have to let go. But trust the process. And even with that, if it's not for you, that doesn't mean that something else isn't. Just because you wanted something, it might be somebody. I've had relationships where I'd be like, oh, I just want this guy. I just want him. That guy was not for me. I had to learn the hard way. But he was not for me. So if it's for you, if it's meant for you, it's going to be for you. And if it's not, it's not. And don't keep trying to force it. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy you got out of there. But God, exactly. God is good all the time. Amen. So, do you guys have any questions for me? Have any other comments y'all want me to share? You didn't listen to me or God. Some shade. That's some shade right there. I was listening to my heart. You can't always do that. Any other comments, questions, concerns, advice for me as I'm working on this podcast? Like I said, I am interviewing local entrepreneurs. So if you have a business of any kind, do credit. If you make music, if you sing, if you dance, if you have a clothing line, anything like that, hit me up, because I am looking for people to interview. What's the biggest lessons you've learned of the year so far? The biggest lesson that I learned so far this year, acceptance. Definitely. In what I mean by that, is, like I said, there's a lot of times where I'm super hard on myself because things aren't going the way that I planned in my head. And this is like with relationships, this is like with job opportunities, anything like that. I'm always super hard on myself because I expect a lot out of myself. There's been situations where I've allowed somebody to take me out of my character. And I have literally had to learn that, you know, I cannot control everything. I can't control how other people is going to react to things that I say. I can't control if somebody wants to be in my life or not. I can't control if I get the job or not. The worst thing they can say is no, but once I'm given an answer or somebody is showing me their true colors, I have to accept that for what it is. I have to accept it for what it is. I'd be like, that's not true. That ain't true. That's not you. You're not really like that, and you really are like that. That's not true. I know I can get the job. I know I got the job, and it'd be like no, and I'd be like, nah, that was for me. Even with this, with the car, I'm like, I'm gonna get the car. I'm gonna get the car. I'm gonna find out to get the car, and they said 531 a month, and I was like, nah. So acceptance is definitely the biggest lesson that I am learning, that I have learned so far this year. Accepting things for what it is. I'm proud of you for getting you together now by being you. Love you. I love you too, Aunt Chris. I be reading this like I'm a robot. I don't know why. I'm not gonna be on here too much longer because, you know, with this new schedule, your girl gotta work in the morning at 6:50, and I'm staying later. I'm staying later than I normally do. But feel free to hit me up in my DMs. Feel free to leave comment after I post this live. And yeah, once again, y'all can catch me every Sunday on live at 8 o'clock on Instagram. Hopefully this audio works so I can post it on like YouTube and like Spotify and all the other different platforms. I'm going to do that the day after, so they'll be posted on Monday, tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Fingers crossed, we'll see. But yeah, every Sunday here at 8 o'clock, and I will catch y'all later. Bye.